Even though the Rockets aren't 100% sure that Giannis will be traded, it seems like they are also linked to Giannis Antetokounmpo. This shouldn't surprise anybody. The Rockets have the trade assets, and I think even more so, the trade assets of the Phoenix Suns picks would be even more enticing to a team like the Milwaukee Bucks. I know the Phoenix Suns getting their own pick back. How would it be more enticing? Is that if the Phoenix Suns can't turn this thing around, that would give the Bucks picks that aren't tied to whether how good the Rockets become or how good they are in the Bucks if they get those Phoenix Suns picks. And so that could become something that becomes interesting there also. Now, we did hear that there's mutual interest between Giannis and the Toronto Raptors, which maybe then the Houston Rockets would have to bid a little bit more on. But having the picks that the Houston Rockets could include in that trade, I think does make a big difference in that as well. This is the quote. Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo remains a target, team sources said. This is again from The Athletic. But there has been recent uncertainty in the past week on Antetokounmpo's actual availability, not to mention the potential asking price Milwaukee would require. Now, in the last couple of days, we've been talking a lot about what the Toronto Raptors would have to offer for Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? And, that's a deal which, whether or not Scotty Barnes is involved or whatever else, offering a bunch of first-round picks and some pick swaps, the Phoenix Suns can more than match that offer if it comes down to the picks dictating the difference. And they have young talent that they can offer as well that actually makes some sense for the Milwaukee Bucks in a rebuild also. So the Houston Rockets now, we know that they are involved in trade, or they are rumored in trade talks for Kevin Durant, which we'll see what happens there. The Phoenix Suns would preferably want their own draft picks back from the Houston Rockets. And they also want a center, which maybe they can get both there. Then you look at the Giannis Antetokounmpo part, even being involved in trade talks with the Boston Celtics to take one of their players that they're trying to shed some salary. This all paints a very, very interesting scenario in which the Houston Rockets could be in play for two of the biggest names that could be out there available on the trade market leading into the draft. What the Rockets decide to do at number 10 could dictate a lot of what happens with subsequent moves in this trade market. We talked a lot about how wild this offseason could be. And the Houston Rockets hold a key to a lot of that with what they're willing to offer and which one of these players they decide to prioritize. It would not only set the tone for trades this season, but it also would probably set an asking price as well as take some chips off the board for other teams. So